Hey guys, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're Winter NAMM 2014 at the Peavey booth. We got Scott on guitar, and we got Michael here who's going to tell us about the new Vypyr amp. Michael?
Yeah, this is the new Vypyr Pro. It's a big leap forward modeling amps. And what we have here is we have 4 modeling slots where you can literally have anything you want. So you can have amps, stop boxes, or effects. You can actually have instrument models as well in the first slot. Every time you pick a new amp, it's a new signal chain. So you can actually have 4 amps if you want. You can have 4 dry amps. You can have 2 amps with foot pedals. You can have 1 amp with 3, whatever you want. So that is really, really revolutionary and cool. And as you know, a lot of pro players mix clean and dirty amps to get the tone that they get. So we've been messing around with that and having a lot of fun. In addition, you've got a lot more parameters, over 100 models in this amp of different things, different effects and amps, and multiple parameter adjustments, up to 5 parameters. And we also have the ability to fully adjust the noise gate. You can turn it off if you want to, adjust the input gains. There's a whole bunch of input and output settings, as well as master volume settings for the presets themselves. You can also assign the expression pedal on the foot pedal to anything you want. I can make the expression pedal the mid control in the amp if I want. Then I can range define it and tell it exactly how I want the toe and the heel, what value I want it to be. So I mean, this is the most tweakable modeling amp that's ever been.
Cool. Now, we did a review demo of the VIP2, I think, a few months ago. And I was curious, is it the same, like engine driving everything? Because I remember the Ain't Talkin' preset that I did on video and everything. So is it the same stuff driving all the sound?
Yes and no. There's twice the power in this. This is not the VIP variable instrument performance amp was actually designed for multiple types of instruments. So it had bass amp models and acoustic amp models. Whereas this is a guitar amp. It's open back. It's got the classic combo sound. The presets. We'll get a whole bunch of new presets built for the thing as well. So it's the same engine times 2. That's how you can have 4 amps with absolutely no aliasing or latency or anything. Very powerful.
And does the twice the power translate to more fidelity in each individual preset? You know what I mean?
Interestingly enough, one thing that makes the Vypyr sound so good is we're using analog distortion, just like a real amp. So you're not using processing power to create the distortion effect. The distortion in the Vypyr is not an effect. So it's actually the distortion sounds are not limited by the processing. The processing power is for the effects and all the back office stuff. And what happens with an amp that doesn't have enough processing power is when you layer a lot of effects, and if you change the parameters where the effects are really, really taxing the processor, it'll start to freak out, and you'll get a kind of a high-pitched whine. And as a result, what happens a lot of times is people will put a filter on the amp to mask that noise. And you don't have to have that with the Vypyr. So yes, the long drawn-out answer is to that is yeah, it actually is a lot more clear. The fidelity's better. Pick attack is where you really hear it. Things like that.
All right, let's hear a few different presets. Scott?
This is like a 6505 with just kind of a light crunch on there. Just and then just kind of cranking up the gain a little bit. A little bit of delay on top of that. One set up here for just kind of a tweed type sound. And then to what Michael's speaking of with the layered amps, I added just one with a little bit of high gain running one channel, and then the second one is still kind of a tweed sound to kind of get that British kind of.
Nice. All right, thanks for showing us that stuff. So, Michael, how much is this going for?
Well, we're shooting here for $499 street and $300 for the pedal. And by the way, I forgot to mention the looper on this amplifier 4 times overdubbing. So you can really, really get creative with this amplifier. Look for this in your Peavey dealer coming soon, and hopefully reviewing Premier Guitar Magazine.
Sweet. So are you thinking you'll be shipping it like end of first quarter or something?
Probably second. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Michael. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com. Thanks for watching.